I'm standing at the Fenerbahçe stadium all alone. It normally hosts more than 50,000 people on a game day, and now it's empty. All the matches are either postponed or cancelled, like they are all around the world. In previous crises, the sport industry has always been considered crisis-proof. It's never really been affected other than times of war. But now the industry is facing major challenges in every way. Athletes, sporting clubs, broadcasters, franchise, they've all been falling victim to the virus one by one.
This is huge, first of all, because it's never happened before. So it's a process that the teams, the government, the agents, everybody's trying to learn and to adapt to this situation. So there is not many rules that people can follow, and nobody knows what's going to happen.
We're talking about a $160 billion industry worldwide, and there's been an incalculable financial hit. When there are no games, there are no ticket sales, no broadcasts, and no sponsorship deals, meaning no income at all.
It's estimated that Europe's biggest 5 leagues are expected to lose around 5 billion euros in the scenario of matches being cancelled until the end of the season, and also their stock values are decreasing too. Juventus lost 60% of its stock value. And also in our country, major clubs lost around 40 and 60% value.
Clubs around the world are negotiating to reduce their multi-million cash crunch. Wages at the top 5 European leagues of England, Italy, Spain, Germany and France total 9 billion euros, which is about 62% of all club revenues. FC Barcelona decided to give up 70% of their salaries, including superstar Lionel Messi. Also, Cristiano Ronaldo, who is on track to become the first footballer to earn $1 billion, is giving up an essential part of his income. Germany's Borussia Dortmund announced its players waived a double-digit million worth of their salaries, and the club has reserved its stadium to treat Covid-19 patients. The Premier League is in talks to push players for a 30% wage cut. FIFA announced plans to extend player contracts until the end of the late domestic seasons and change the dates of the transfer season. Meanwhile, the Belgian League abandoned the season and proclaimed Club Brugge as champions. And there's more. The most anticipated flagship events of this year, like the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, Euro 2020 and Copa America, have been postponed until next year. Wimbledon was cancelled for the first time since the Second World War, while Formula One motor racing series is on the verge of total cancellation. These are a big setback for broadcasters as well as for leagues. The biggest financial danger for the NBA, for example, is lost revenue from its TV contracts. The NBA makes almost half of its $9 billion revenue from media fees, and it's expected to lose $450 million from gate revenue. But at the same time, companies who own the broadcasting rights lose hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising revenues. Disney, which owns ESPN and AT&T's Warner Media, paid $24 billion for the rights to air NBA games until 2024-25 season. It's estimated that if the season remains suspended through to the playoffs in April, they'll be losing their total ad revenue for this year. Olympic Games was supposed to be the most heavily sponsored sport event ever, and now Japan faces an estimate of $6 billion in losses due to the delay. They're hoping that the Games won't be completely cancelled next year, because that would mean the pandemic would still not be under control, a human and economic catastrophe. And industry-wide, the impact could last longer.
I think it is so naive to think that everything will get back to normal like it was before.
There's no doubt that the challenges the sport industry is facing are going to be long-term. Seeing players back in on the field and fans at their seats will be one of the signs that things are getting back to normal. But for now, nobody has any idea when that could happen.